All right, guys, welcome back to episode 5 of the Dunk-A-Thon podcast. Today we're going to go over the Summer League game and that happened on Monday night. And then kind of just, I did my first fantasy basketball league, just a random one that I joined with a couple of friends and that. So kind of just go over my team there, um, and all that too. And kind of talk about maybe a fantasy basketball contest that we could do as a group and might even be a little first place prize for the winner and all that, maybe like a gift card or something. So kind of talk about that and kind of set that up and all that. So just kind of a short, sweet episode. Sorry for the no episode on Wednesday. Just not a lot of news happened other than the summer league game and all that, the championship game and that for that. So yeah, sorry for no upload on Wednesday. Hopefully be back to a normal uploading schedule here soon, starting with this episode that'll go up on Friday. So alrighty, so covering the Summer League championship game, we had the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Houston Rockets. Both teams, I think, 4-0, 5-0 coming into this game and all that. So it was a really good game from the looks of it. Did not watch it at all because it was on late. And I watched some other shows and all that on Monday. But as you can see by the score on the video portion of this podcast, the Cleveland Cavaliers are your 2023-2024 Summer League champions. They defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 99-78. Leading the way for the Houston Rockets would have been Nate Hinton, who had 18 points, 2 steals, an assist with 10 rebounds, shot 53 from field goal, 25 from the 3, and 75 from the line. Then you had Cam Whitmore, who was actually the Summer League MVP as a whole, had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and that shot 35 from field goal, 25 from 3, and 0 from the line. Also had Trevor Hudgens, or how do you say his last name, had 13 points, 7 assists with a rebound, shot 26 from field goal, 37.5 from 3, and 66 from the line. Pretty much does it there. Leading the way for the Cleveland Cavaliers was Isaiah Mobley, who was the game's MVP. Had 28 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, 60 from field goal, 50 from 3, 75 from the line. Also had Sam Merrill, who had 27 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 57 from field goal, 50 from 3, 83 from the line. Emoni Bates had 19 with a block, a steal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 46 from field goal, 33 from 3, and 100% from the line. So yeah, it was a pretty, turned out to be a pretty one-sided game, but congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So see if they can carry this momentum into their regular season and maybe win it all. Who knows? We'll see. But so yeah, that wraps up Summer League. That was the final game of Summer League. Now we're on to preseason hoops, which I think kick off beginning of August, I believe. So we're getting close to the NBA season, guys. It's getting close and all that. I'm excited and that. So, but yeah, going over Cam Whitmore's stats because he was the MVP of the Summer League. Averaged about 19 points, made about 2 threes a night in 6 games. Attempted 8, so not the greatest there. Shot 28% from 3. Half a block, 2.5 steals a game, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Like, pretty solid. Pretty solid stats. Telling you guys, this guy here, steal of the draft potentially. I'm I might kind of regret the Pistons not taking him at 5, but we'll see. So I have faith in a Sir Thompson. So that there. So, but yeah, really good summer league for him. So hopefully he can transition that into the regular NBA season, prove himself as a rookie and all that. So, okay, I think that pretty much does it for that. Now we'll move into the fantasy basketball draft that I did literally yesterday, I think it was, because I'm recording this Thursday. No, I did it on Tuesday. It was Tuesday when we did it. Just happened to look, see ESPN had their drafts open to that. It's like, oh, I'll do one. I like doing some random ones here and there. So I had the 4th overall pick, I believe. I don't know if there's draft recap. Here we go. Let's see here. No, I had the 5th overall pick. So, okay, so then we'll go back by teams here. Let me pull up my team real quick. So with the 5th overall pick, I was debating who was there. I mean, Halliburton was there. Like, could be a reach in that. Who else was there? There was, I forgot who else. Let me just, you know what? We're just gonna go back to the draft recap here, and we'll go with this way. So Jokic went 1, which fair. You know, probably the best player in fantasy right now. Then Luka went 2. Okay, I can see that. The person that had the 3rd overall pick was one of my friends that I was doing the draft with, and he took Tatum, which fully agree. That solid pick there. He was a good fantasy player last year. And then there was Embiid, so it came to me at 5. I'm like, well, there's Halliburton, there's Curry, which could have went with Giannis. I got him last year in my one main fantasy draft that we do with the guy that picked 3rd and all that. And then the guy that picked 6th too was also someone that I do a fantasy league with every year and all that. So it was like, could have went Curry, could have went Giannis, which yeah, and all that. But I don't know. I really think Halliburton's gonna get a catapult into like that next level, and that, I mean, he kind of already did, and that. So we'll see what happens there with that. So I went Halliburton. It could be a risk, but could also not be a risk. I mean, it is a most category league, so Halliburton will get me like free throw percentage, some threes, you know, points and all that, assists. So he'll give me a decent bit of categories in that. And then looking into the 2nd round here, had the 6th overall pick in the 2nd round. Excuse me. So, like, out of all these here, who went 7 through 10 in this round, Jaren Jackson Jr. went 7 after I picked Harden, LaMelo, Trae Young. I took Donovan Mitchell. I mean, Donovan Mitchell is one hell of a basketball player. I mean, one of my favorite players in the league and all that. Will get you points, get you pretty much anything in that. Solid person for most category league and all that. So I'm like, let's go him. You know, get another score and that guarantee me points potentially here. That so then looking at round 3, had Booker go. Chet went 2nd, which kind of thought was a little high, but I mean, it is what it is. Cat was one of my friends took there, which solid pick, like it. The great center there. Jimmy Butler will get you them defensive stats. And that kind of not the greatest player come the regular season of fantasy and all that, but he'll get the job done and all that. I had him in our main league last year, and he was a solid player for me. And then I went Mikal Bridges with the 5th overall pick, another guy that I think is going to have tremendous upside coming into this year and all that, especially with that Brooklyn roster that kind of really don't know how good they're going to be. I mean, because him and Cam Johnson are like the 1-2 option there, and uh, so yeah, I think that was a great pick by me. I like the pick. Yeah, I could have had LeBron that, but you know, I mean, it's hard telling when LeBron might finally slow down. It's hard telling. I mean, but I don't know. I kind of went for more of the upside pick there with Mikal Bridges, but then after LeBron, you had Pascal Siakam, which great pick. Depends if he's gonna get traded or not. If he gets traded, he'll be to whatever team he gets traded to. He'll be worth the pick there. Garland, who's another guy that kind of broke out last year and all that, and someone I wasn't very high on when Cleveland drafted him a few years back, but solid pick there. I don't know if I would have I don't know if I would have picked him in the 3rd round. Maybe I think maybe that guy could have waited till round 4, round 5, maybe. But we'll see there. And then had a Markkanen who went, which most improved player last year. That well deserving of it. Maybe a little high, but we'll see if he can. We'll see if he can have the same season of that and improve on that there. And then honestly, a shocking one here: Anthony Edwards going to the 3rd round. That's someone I could have seen in round 2, maybe. But yeah. Also too, the one guy took Victor Wembanyama. Like, that's, I know the Victor hype and all that, but 2nd round in a fantasy draft, that's a little high, I think. But yeah, that's kind of a questionable pick there. But yeah, Anthony Edwards there. I guess I didn't really go over round 2 that much. I mean, Lillard, great pick. Depending if he gets traded to that to, say, like Miami and that, he'll thrive there. Sabonis, I like Sabonis, but I don't know if he's 2nd round value. That's someone I think you could have definitely got rounds 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. Victor, like I said, someone I think could have gone later. Jaylen Brown, solid player that had a breakout season last year too, and all that. I like the pick there. Bam Adebayo, this was another one of my friends. He's a Heat fan of that, so no shocker there that he takes Bam and all that. But he'll get him the good defensive stats and all that, and rebounds and all that, some points and all that. And then me taking Mitchell, which, like I already said, I think it was a good pick there. And then Jaren Jackson, I mean, he was the defensive player of the year. He'll get you defensive stats, clearly. Yeah, I don't know if maybe 2nd round's a little too high on that, but it is what it is. James Harden, gonna be great no matter where he goes and that, so get you the assists, get you points, he'll get you a pretty decent amount of categories. He will hurt you in turnovers, but it is what it is. And I mean it's like sometimes you just gotta sacrifice a category, so. And that LaMelo Ball, I like the pick there. If he can stay healthy, LaMelo's a really good player. That too. And then Trae Young to round out that 2nd round there. I mean, get you threes, get you pretty much anything. So, well, I already went over round 3. So round 4, we had Kyrie Irving, solid pick. And then I think it's going to be interesting to see how full year of him and Luka together work. That Fred VanVleet, 4th round. Yeah, I could see it. Um, he'll get you some decent stats as well. Kind of gonna be the main vocal option there in Houston there, along with Thompson and Jabari Smith. Hopefully, Jabari Smith has a great year and all that. De'Aaron Fox, another guy who had a really good year last year, so hopefully he can just build on that year. And that I like the pick in the fourth round. I think that's about where I got him last year in my main fantasy draft on Yahoo. So I like that pick there. DeMar DeRozan, like the pick. Another guy that had a good year. Um, yeah, so hopefully he can bounce back there and have another good year. Brunson, uh, the person that drafted him here is a Nova fan, so shocker he went Brunson, but I don't blame him. Brunson had a tremendous year last year. Arguably should have won Most Improved in my mind. Um, but yeah, Brunson's gonna be a star and all that, especially if they do end up trading like Randall and all that, and that's gonna be Brunson's team and all that. Then in the fourth round, I needed a center, so I'm like, best center available, I think, is Kristaps. He's gonna play well, I think, in Boston, because now you're looking at a lineup of uh, what would it be? Brogdon. Trying to think. Brogdon, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, Robert Williams, maybe. Maybe that's the starting five. So, Kristaps, he'll give me blocks. He'll give me the defensive stats, give me some rebounds, give me some points. So he'll give me solid stats, which and all that. I think he's worth the fourth round pick. That for sure. Paul George, worth the fourth round pick if he can stay healthy. And that. My other friend there took Bradley Beal with the fourth round pick. Kind of thought maybe could have took him rounds 3, round 2, but I think round 4 is really good value for Bradley Beal there. Get you pretty much anything. Bradley Beal's a scorer, and that he'll get you pretty much anything. That Miles Turner, another good defensive center there. That's maybe someone I could have went with there. But it is what it is. Obviously, Miles Turner will get you the defensive stats and all that too, with some rebounds and all that. Brandon Ingram with the fourth round pick. I like it. He's a good player. That get you points, get you some assists, get you some rebounds, defensive stats and all that. So turnovers may kind of hurt you there a little bit, but it is what it is there. So then moving on to round 5, Kawhi Leonard, another guy, good defensive player. But the big question is can he stay healthy? So that's the big if there with that. Other than that, it's a great pick there if he can stay 100% healthy. Walker Kessler, another guy that should have arguably won Rookie of the Year. Not I shouldn't say arguably Rookie of the Year because Paolo was the clear Rookie of the Year, but yeah. But yeah, another good defensive center he's gonna be on the rise in that, guys. He's a player to watch out for sure. DeJounte Murray there with the third overall pick in the 5th round. I like it. And that good player, another good defensive guard who will get you some defensive stats and all that. So like the pick there. Cade Cunningham going pick 4, 1 pick before I picked. I'm kind of upset. This is who I was aiming for with the 5th round in the 5th round, but it is what it is. I know this is a biased take for me and all that. I kind of don't want to say this right now, but I'm going to. I think if Cade stays 100% healthy, he can win Most Improved and potentially be an all-star in his rookie or in his third season. I do. I fully believe it. That is like my bold take heading into this upcoming season. Cade wins Most Improved and sneaks into the All-Star game. That is my like bold pick, and I'm gonna stick to it. I don't care. Call me crazy in that. I legit think if Cade stays healthy, Cade is a top player in the NBA. He's got the size. He's looking jacked, like from pictures I've seen and all that. Like, dude looks not even human. So, but yeah, that's a great pick there at pick round 5. I like it. I was hoping he would have fell one more spot, but it is what it is. And then yeah, I took Zion. It's another guy. All depends. It's kind of like Kawhi, kind of like Paul George. You know, if Zion can stay healthy, Zion is a top player in this league. He'll get you points. He'll get you the rebounds. He'll get you the defensive stats and all that. He'll get you the blocks. And that, like, he is worth it. Just if he can stay healthy. That is the biggest if. And all that. Paulo Banchero going 6. Probably maybe someone I should have took, but Paulo coming off that historic rookie season and all that. Sky's the limit for him. He's gonna do great, I think. And all that. So really like that pick there in the 5th round. Maybe you could have got him in the 4th round, but that might have been the highest I would have went with him, but definitely worth a top 5 round selection there. Drew Holiday, he'll get you the defensive stats, obviously, another defensive guard there, so like that pick there. I think it's fair value with the 5th round. Nikola Vucevic, like, looking at some of the centers in that, like, I like Vucevic, he's good. But if you were looking for a more defensive center in that, like, you could have went Nick Claxton, Rudy Gobert, maybe, like, I don't know. But, we'll see. It's going to be a good player for him in that, and I think 5th round is fair value for him. And that, Desmond Bane, another guy that I believe is in the Most Improved talk this year. And that because of the whole, I think, Ja Morant situation and all that. So, like, it could be him and Marcus Smart, who knows, in the backcourt for the first 25 games at least, maybe. So, see how that is. That could be really good value there. Maybe could have got him a few rounds later, but, you know, I like the pick a lot, so. And then OG Anunoby to round out the 5th round. Another solid player, gets you them defensive stats. And that gets you some points. And that, I believe, some threes as well. I believe he's hit some threes. I had him last year in fantasy on that. And so, yeah. I like that pick there a lot, too. Then moving on to round 6, we had Evan Mobley go with the first overall pick in the 6th round. Not as high on Evan Mobley. I actually think he's a great player. Do not get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's good value with the 6th round. And that, like, I'm not completely hating the pick. And that, yeah, but it's a solid pick. He'll get you the defense. He'll get you the blocks, especially. Get you rebounds because he's a tall enough forward, and that get you some points and that. So, it is a solid pick, like I said. So, then moving on to Jordan Poole with the 2nd overall pick in the 6th round. Like the pick, another player that to watch out for most improved because he's going to be the main option in that Washington Wizards offense. And that, I mean, it's going to be him, Denny Avdia, and Corey Kispert probably leading the way. I'm assuming in scoring, less if Johnny Davis has another or has a progression year of that. I could see him taking a big leap, maybe. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Poole, like I said, one of the main vocal points of that offense. It's gonna be interesting to see. Then you have Zach LaVine, another guy who's kind of rumored to possibly be traded. One of my friends that's actually in this draft said he heard that possibly LaVine to the Knicks for like Randall or something. So, I mean, if he goes there, that you might see maybe Brunson's assist numbers kind of skyrocket. So a little more. So we'll see. But like the pick there. Then we have Jamal Murray with the 4th overall pick in the 6th round here. Good pick, like it. Kind of reproved himself in the last year and all that, coming off the horrible injuries and all that from the prior year and that. So, like the pick there. Then we have Buddy Hield, who went 5th overall in the 6th round. A really good player. He'll get you threes, get you points and all that. So, like the pick there. And then I kind of needed another center with the 6th overall pick, so it's like I could have went Rudy, but it's like I legit think Nick Claxton's gonna take. I think Nick Claxton's gonna be really good. That kind of with that Brooklyn team that doesn't have a lot, so I think he's gonna be one of them people that'll shine and all that there. So I felt like that was possibly the better move, but I don't know. Probably I should have went Rudy, but who went 9th overall, but we'll see. Randall going 7th overall in the 6th round. Another solid player in that, fair value there. Scotty Barnes going 8th overall. One of my friends took him in the 8th or in the 6th round with the 8th overall pick there. Like the player a lot. Arguably yeah, it's kind of tough to say who you would call the best rookie out of that 21 draft class. No, obviously Barnes took home rookie of the year in that year, so yeah, but I like the pick a lot. So. And then Rudy Gobert, another guy that's going to get you the blocks, and that gets you the rebounds, get you, some points. I'd say double-digit points and all that. So, like the pick there. Jalen Williams, another guy that I believe this is the better Jalen Williams. I believe I get them confused because they're like the same name with just spelled different. But him in the 6th round, yeah, but this guy did have back-to-back picks, so I can see it. I can see taking him, I guess, there. So, yeah, but we'll see what happens there. And then kicking off round 7 was Alperen Sengun. Not really super high in Sengun. I know a lot of people are, but I think I need to see like another solid year from him and all that. So we'll see. We'll see there what happens there with that. Ja Morant, obviously this guy is not going to have Ja Morant for the first 25 games of the season, so that kind of hurts. But if he can get his mind right and all that, and all that, Ja Morant is a really good player, and that's someone that could win MVP. But he needs to get his off the court issues settled and all that. So it is going to be a good pick for him after 25 games into the season. So it's going to hurt for him for the first 25 games of the season, but we'll see. what happens there. One of my friends taking DeAndre Ayton, another solid center there. Um, gonna be interesting to see how he fits with that big three of Beal, Booker, and KD. So, uh, but yeah, another good pick there. I kind of like the pick. I actually know he was tossed up between him and Allen, but I can kind of see why he went with Ayton in that one. But so we'll see how it pans out. Tyler Hero going with the 4th overall pick in the 7th round. Another guy I had in my main fantasy league that I did with the two friends that was in this draft here. He's a really good player, one of the more underrated players in the league. Coming off a couple seasons ago of like a historic 6th man of the year season and all that. He was phenomenal. Gonna be interesting to see wherever he goes in a Damian Lillard trade and that, which I think he'll be fine regardless. So he'll get you the threes, he'll get you the points, he'll get you some assists and all that. So yeah, another solid pick there. And then with my pick at pick 5, kind of needed a small forward and that, so I says, I went and took Mikal Bridges with the 3rd round pick and all that. It's like, why not take the other forward there in Cam Johnson. So another guy that I think is gonna have a phenomenal season, and that's someone to definitely watch out for, because it's gonna be him and Bridges kind of leading that way for the Brooklyn Nets. So kind of went with the more upside. So we'll see what happens with that one there. My other friend taking Brook Lopez with the 6th overall pick. Another great pick. Last year he was one of my underrated fantasy picks. I think I got him like I actually think I got him like right around here and all that. And he hovered around 1st round value all year. So if he can put up that is a fantastic pick there in the 7th round. Fantastic pick. That's if he can put up them kind of numbers again. But yeah. Jared Allen, another guy. He'll get you the defensive stats, get you rebounds especially and all that. So good pick there. Devin Vassell. I don't like it. I think it's someone that you could have maybe got a few rounds later. But I don't know. It is what it is. We'll have to kind of see what Devin Vassell does and all that. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens there with that. Chris Middleton going 9th overall in the 7th round. Another great pick. Someone you could have got in the upper rounds here. Above round 7 and all that. So another great player. He'll get you pretty much anything in that. And so gonna be a good pick there for him. Josh Giddey, another guy who is vastly underrated and all that. Someone that could be a star in the league. I think that's great value in the 7th round there for that. Moving on to round 8, we had Anthony Simmons going number 1 overall in the 8th round. Another guy that's vastly underrated. And that, I like the pick there with that. Really good value there. Then we had Jakob Poeltl going 2nd overall in the 8th round. I kind of honestly think Jakob Poeltl's kind of overrated. I mean, yeah, he's good. He'll get you rebounds, good rebounder and all that. Get you some defensive stats and all that. But I guess probably looking at, you could have went, this guy could have went Clint Capella and that, yeah, I would have maybe took Valanciunas over him and all that, but Robert Williams, although Robert Williams was injured last year, even like Mitchell Robinson and all that, so I think that was a little kind of a reach, but it is what it is. Um, Kyle Kuzma going third overall in the eighth round. I like that pick a lot too. Kind of was demanding a lot of money and all that, but it's someone that's gonna be a key part of that Wizards offense again. And all that, I forgot about Kuzma when I was talking about um, Jordan Poole and all that. So, but yeah, that's another good pick there. I like the value there. Eighth round, someone maybe you could have got seventh. I would have took maybe seventh, sixth round. So another good pick there. Then we had Tyrese Maxey going fourth overall in the eighth round. Another guy that's very underrated and all that. I like the pick there a lot. Then we had Miles Bridges that one of my friends drafted in the eighth round. It is a good pick if he can also kind of handle his off the court issues like how John Morant did, but I guess from what I'm hearing, he's 100% a go in that. And if he can play a lot and all that, he's Miles Bridges is one of the more under the radar guys in the NBA. I think someone that can really pop off in that. Then with my pick at pick 6, I was kind of torn. I was kind of torn between Clay and Chris, but it's like, screw it. Let's go with the more veteran guy, Chris Paul. He'll get you the assist and all that, you know. Gonna be interesting to see how he fits with the Golden State roster and all that. Wouldn't surprise me, like I said, if we see like a Paul, Clay, Curry kind of lineup. Obviously, Clay would be the 3. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he fits there. So kind of more of a risky pick there, I feel like, with that, but because Chris Paul's kind of injury prone and that, so we'll kind of see what happens there with that. Franz Wagner, with the 7th overall pick, gonna be another key vocal point of that Orlando Magic franchise. I've heard a lot of people kind of high on the Magic. I'm not completely sold. I think maybe they can crack the play-in this year, but a lot of people, even one of my friends that was in this draft, says he has him as like a 6 in the East. I don't really see it quite yet. I could see that maybe in another year or two, but I'm not 100% sold on the Magic yet. It's gonna have to take a couple years, but we'll see. Klay Thompson, 8th overall pick in the 8th round. I mean, need I say more? Clay's gonna get you threes. He'll get you the points and the another good shooter and all that. Get you the 3-point percentage and all that because he kind of barely misses and all that. Get you field goal. So yeah, good pick there. CJ McCollum with the 9th overall pick, another good player there. Like the value, maybe someone, like I said, you could have got a little higher. But it is what it is, I guess. Based on the year that he had last year and all that, probably fair value. But then we had Jeremy Grant go with the final pick in round 8. I like Jeremy Grant. He was a former Piston and all that, played well. Don't know if he's worth that big contract, so we'll see if he can live up to the hype there with that. But other than a good player, not completely upset at the pick. Then kicking off round 9, we had Clint Capella go, another solid defensive center and all that there. Get you pretty much anything there defensively in that. Then we had Spencer Dinwiddie, who's going to be another key point in that Brooklyn team. We'll see how well he fits. I'm on the fence with Spencer Dinwiddie. Like, I like him, but sometimes I think when I expect him to do good, he completely just craps the bed. And But yeah, we'll see. Um, then one of my friends going with kind of a shocking pick here, but he's banking on him on this guy finding a team here real soon, and that's Christian Wood with the third overall pick in the ninth round. If Christian Wood gets on a team and all that, which I think he will here soon and all that, I mean Christian Wood is very good. He'll get you some shooting and all that, which good and all that. Can get you some rebounds. That even for kind of a smaller center and all that, he's really good. So I like the pick there. It's kind of a risk right now because he's not signed to a team. So we'll see there. Then we had Robert Williams going with the fourth overall pick in the ninth round here. Um, like the pick, another good defensive center will get you the defensive stats and all that. Can get you some rebounds and that get you some points. Get you pretty much anything. Just sucks he was hurt last year when I had him, so because he spent most of the year in my I and J spot, but it is what it is. So yeah, like the pick there though with the ninth overall or with the fourth round of that. Then I was like, yeah, I could have went Wiggins and all that, but I kind of needed another guard and all that just on my bench. So it's like, why not? Why not basically go with one of the rookies and a guy that I think will win Rookie of the Year and Scoot Henderson. Especially if Dame gets traded and all that, it's gonna be him and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, and I think Scoot is gonna have a tremendous year if and basically when that Damian Lillard trade happens. So I like that pick there by me there. Then we had Andrew Wiggins, another guy who's solid player, gets you the defensive stats, get you some field goal and that, get you some free throw percentage. So like the pick there. Bobby Portis, another guy who is yeah, he's a solid player. I think he's worth nine round value. So another solid player there. Mitchell Robinson, another good defensive center and all that. We'll get you the defensive stats. So like the pick there. Wendell Carter, kind of on the fence about, but he's definitely worth a ninth round value there. Michael Porter Jr., kind of on the fence about. I mean, yeah, he had some glimmer of hopes in the finals and all that, the playoffs, but we'll see what happens there. With him. Then kicking off round 10, we had Jonas Valanciunas going with the first overall pick. Another good center. He'll get you rebounds, get you the defensive stats and all that there. Then we had Tyus Jones going. That to me is a big reach. I don't even know if he would crack my draft rankings and all that, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Zubac with the third overall pick in the 10th round. This is a center I think that is really underrated and all that. So he'll get you the defensive stats, get you the rebounds like I've mentioned with pretty much every other center and all that. So I like the pick there though. I like that with 10th round value. I think Zubac is one of the more underrated guys. I think maybe you could argue him in the 11th over Al Horford there, but we'll see. And then we had Jalen Green going 4th overall in the 10th round. Another guy that's kind of trying to prove himself and all that, which I don't know. We'll see with kind of Thompson and all that. Now I'm Fred VanVleet there. He might be the starting 3-man there. So we'll see how, or might be the shooting guard. Ben Thompson the 3. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that works. But like the pick, it's good value there. Marcus Smart, I mean, defensive-minded guard and all that. He'll get you the defensive stats, get you some points and that. So, like the pick there, especially with the with the John Morant suspension and all that for 25 games there and all that. And then I honestly don't get how I got John Collins in the 10th round. Like, I feel like I could have got him maybe in round 8 where Chris Paul, or round 7 where Cam Johnson, or maybe even round 6. Like, that's as high as maybe I would have went. But I feel like that was great value. I mean, especially being on Utah and all that. And I think he just needed kind of a new change of scenery and all that. So we'll see what happens there. But I love that pick. Kind of stoked I got him that late there. D'Angelo Russell, another solid pick. Definitely worth that 10th round value. And all that. And then one of my friends took Terry Rozier with the 10th round pick. He was saying he kind of ranked him kind of high on that, but kind of says normally kind of goes around 4th round and all that, so we'll see. But I think it is good value for the 10th round for sure. Russell Westbrook, he'll get you pretty much anything, triple double stats and all that, so good pick there. Draymond, kind of get you them rebounds, get you them assists, kind of not really a scorer as much now, but we'll see there. So good pick there with the 10th round. 11th round, kicking it off was Tobias Harris. Solid pick there. I like Tobias Harris a lot. And all that, good value there. Fair. I wouldn't call it good value. I'll call it fair value there. But yeah. Then we had Jabari Smith, who kind of needs a big bounce back here after kind of a slow rookie season last year. So see if he can kind of bounce back there. But I like the pick. I like the player a lot, so good value there. Bojan Bogdanovic. This is someone, based on his season last year, I would have maybe had a little higher. So I think that's arguably a steal in the 11th round. Gets you pretty much anything. He was the main scorer on the Pistons last year because of Cade being hurt, all that, him and Ivy. But yeah, like the pick there. Al Horford. I think Al Horford's washed. I don't even know if I would draft him in any of these anymore. I don't even know if I would have drafted him in the 13th round. But it is what it is, so we'll see what happens there. Then I went Austin Reeves. I'm not the biggest Austin Reeves fan and all that, and no, it's not because he turned down the Pistons offer when he was undrafted and all that. It's not because of that. But I don't know if I'm quite sold on him yet. And I mean, because he's like one of them guys that kind of just broke out last year and all that in the playoffs and all that. It's like, well, we haven't really seen a full season and all that, but it's like, probably should have went I probably should have went Jay Ivey, who went with the next pick. The person that actually drafted this is my other friend and all that. He thinks Ivy could win Most Improved, which I could easily see. I think Ivy is a stud in this league. Kind of got that fast speed, kind of like a De'Aaron Fox is what I kind of compare him to. Kind of got that speed like him and all that. So we'll see with that. Trey Murphy could be kind of a reach. Think maybe could have got him 12th, 13th round. But we'll see there. Markelle Fultz. Another guy that, maybe could have got him 12th, maybe 13th round. But I don't know. Markelle Fultz seems like he's kind of struggling to prove himself. I mean, yeah, he's had a decent couple past seasons and all that. But, yeah. And then Steven Adams going with the 9th overall pick in the 11th round. Another solid player there. Like the pick a lot. Yusuf Nurkic with the final pick in round 11. I like the pick a lot there and all that. He may be traded to Miami in a deal with Lillard. So if that's the case, I don't know if I like the pick because the Miami Heat just signed Thomas Bryant, all that. They got Bam. Clearly, I mean, unless if you try to squeeze them in at the power forward, which I don't know if they do, but it is what it is. So I like the pick if he stays on Portland, but if he goes to say a team like Miami, I kind of don't like the pick. But we'll see what happens there. And then moving on to round 12, we had Brandon Miller, another rookie and all that. We'll see. We'll see if he can even stay on the court, if he don't fall out in every game. But yeah, I mean, with the 12th round, it's good value. I like it a lot. I mean, these 12th and 13th round picks are kind of like the players you might drop, you might not. Even the 11th round, I mean, they're kind of the players you might hesitate on dropping and all that, but we'll see. But yeah, and then Jordan Clarkson going with the second overall pick in round 12. Solid player. Will get you the threes, get you some points and all that. Like the pick a lot there. Keldon Johnson, good. I mean, yeah, he's gonna be one of the main points in the San Antonio Spurs offense along with Victor. So I like the pick a lot there. Kevin Porter Jr., another guy who I like the player and all that. Kind of don't know how he's going to fit with so many guards and all that in that Houston Rockets lineup and all that, but we'll see. Definitely a backup, so there. Then we had Gary Trent going with the 5th overall pick in round 12. Another good defensive guard and all that. Get you some defensive stats and all that. So, like the pick there. And then with my 12th overall pick, I went Benedict Mathurin, someone who was actually in 6th Man of the Year conversations and all that. But he'll get you pretty much anything based on his rookie stats and all that. Like the pick a lot there. Think someone maybe I could have got up here and all that. Then we have Kevin Huerter, who went 7th overall in the 12th round. Really solid player, gets you some threes and all that. Like the pick there a lot. Bruce Brown, who went 8th overall in the 12th round by one of my friends there. Really like the pick and all that. He's banking on him being a possible starter in that lineup, which I think he can. But yeah, like that pick a lot there. Get you some defensive stats, get you some points and all that based on the NBA Finals run and all that, because he was a key part that Denver Nuggets run to the finals and all that. So, then we had Shane Sharp going with the 9th overall pick in the 12th round here. Like the pick a lot. Someone that's got high upside and that. Someone else that could be maybe you could argue in running for rookie or for most improved. Don't know why I said rookie of the year there. Like the pick a lot there. Colin Sexton, another young guard and all that, who's, I mean, had a really good season for Utah and all that after being a part of the Donovan Mitchell trade to Cleveland. So, like the pick a lot there. Then to kick off the 13th round and final round, we had PJ Washington, another guy who, if he re-signs, I don't know if he re-signed with Charlotte yet or not, but no matter where he goes and all that, he's going to be a good up-and-coming player. Like that pick a lot there. Deni Avdija with the 2nd overall pick in the 13th round. Kind of someone, not really, don't know much about and all that. Don't know if he's going to be good and all that, because he's kind of 50-50 there. Mike Conley, another good veteran guard and all that. He'll get you pretty much anything there. Harrison Barnes with the 4th overall pick in the 13th round. Like that pick a lot. Someone that I drafted higher up in our main fantasy draft last year. So we'll see there. He'll get you some defensive stats and all that. Get you some points and all that. Like the pick there. Then with my final pick in the 13th round, I just said screw it with Jalen Duren. Another guy that was very good and all that last year in his rookie year for the Pistons. Gonna be a key vocal point of that Pistons roster going forward. So I figured why not? He's gonna get you the points. He's gonna get you the rebounds. He's gonna get you the blocks and all that, especially. So like the pick there. Aaron Gordon, like the pick there in the 13th round there. Good athletic forward there, get you points and all that. So, like the pick there. Then we had KCP go with the 7th overall pick in the 13th round. Like the pick a lot. Proved himself kind of in the finals run with Denver. Also with the Lakers a few years back. So, like the pick a lot there. Then we had Kelly Oubre, who went 8th overall, another guy that is not signed to a team currently, so kind of wait and see there. But if he does get signed, and when he does get signed, I think he will. Great player and all that, get you pretty much anything there. Oneko Kobu, not really high on, kind of a mediocre guy and all that there at best. So, but I mean, actually for the 13th round, it's solid. And then with the final pick, we had Josh Hart, which one of the more better rebounding guards, and all that, surprisingly, and all that. But yeah, I like the pick there a lot. So yeah, that pretty much does the draft recap there. So it was a solid draft. I mean, I'm happy with my team. Lot of kind of question marks and all that, like with Zion and all that, Chris Paul, can they stay healthy and that, but I think if they do it all, I think if my team stays fully healthy, I really like my squad here. Just to recap my squad here quick, so I had Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Mikal Bridges, Zion, Kristaps, Chris Paul, Cam Johnson, Nicholas Claxton, Scoot Henderson, John Collins, Austin Reeves, Benedict Mathurin, and Jalen Duren. So we'll see how this goes. The first team that I'm playing, I believe, has... Let me check his team real quick. I forgot who did... Oh, this is the guy with Cade. He has Cade, Hero, Butler, Jackson, Embiid, Russell, George, Randall, excuse me. Franz Wagner, Robert Williams, Al Horford, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes. It's going to be a tough round 1 matchup here, but I like it. I think I can win this week here for sure, but we'll see. So, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this fantasy league throughout the podcast and all that. And so yeah, maybe when the Yahoo League, like I said, I'd prefer to use Yahoo and all that, just because you could hit a button and all that, and then like set your lineup for the week and all that. Lest if injuries happen and all that, then you gotta make arrangements and reset your lineup for the week and all that. But I kind of like Yahoo's more and that, but I just figured out ESPN has one up, so we'll do it. So, but yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this episode. So yeah, follow us on the socials: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Wrong podcast. I actually do another podcast. It's called the S&K MMA podcast. Me and my friend Kevin, who was actually in this fantasy draft that we were talking about here. We cover like UFC news and all that. So I mean, if you're looking for a UFC podcast and all that, uh, drop over to the SNK MMA podcast to give us a listen. We try to upload every Saturday and all that, uh, but yeah. So as I was saying before I got sidetracked there, follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok at Dunk-A-Thon Pod. Dunk-A-Thon Pod and everything but YouTube. It's just Dunk-A-Thon with like the little dashes in between each word there. So, and also too that on our YouTube you'll see the video version, so you'll be able to see like all the pics and all that. So, but yeah, I think that pretty much does it. So we'll catch you guys on Monday with another episode. That hopefully there's some NBA news and all that to talk about. Because if not, I will have to find something to kind of talk about. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and have a good one. Bye.